Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel again. In today's video, we are going to have a look at EndeavourOS. It's an Arch Linux-based distribution. It's almost vanilla Arch with a few extra packages. But if you don't want to go through the hassle of installing Arch Linux via the command line or the script, this is a great alternative. Let's have a look at it. So let's have a look shortly at the EndeavourOS website. Let me pull up here Firefox. So EndeavourOS is based on Arch Linux. The only difference is they add a graphical installer, plus a couple of apps like the welcome screen and some tools for updating the system. Other than that, EndeavourOS is based on Arch Linux and it offers during the installation several desktop environments. Let's have a look at them quickly here. We will see two kinds of installer. We'll have the offline installer, which will install a version of XFCE that you can see here. It's themed based on the EndeavourOS colors. But we have also an online installer, which will allow you to install several desktop environments. XFCE included, although with the online installer, you will get the vanilla version of the XFCE desktop environment. But you can choose also from the Mate desktop environment, LXQT. You have also the i3 window manager, also Cinnamon, Plasma, KDE, and GNOME, Budgie, and the Deepin desktop environment. So we can download here the ISO by going to download and then latest release. And you can choose here your source where you want to download the ISO. You can burn the ISO on a USB stick and boot up your machine from there. So let me do this now and I'll be back with you in a second. So I booted up now the machine from the ISO and we have two choices here. We can choose the installer with NVIDIA non-free drivers or the normal installer. Since I don't have an NVIDIA card, I go for the second option here and hit enter. And it's going to take a moment to boot up the installer. So there you go, we booted up now in the live image. And this is the XFCE theme if you choose to go with the offline installer. So we have now the welcome app here where we can start the installer or we can update this app. I will update this app just to make sure that we have the latest version available. So I'll just click the option here. And as you can see, we have now two versions. We have 3.7.1, which is the newest one, and 3.6.1, which is the old one. So I'll close the second one up and we can install by using the new one. So let's fire up the installer here. So I'll click start the installer. And now we get the choice whether we want to do the offline installation or the online installation. Again, offline means you will have XFCE with this theme installed. Online, you will be given the choice of several desktop environments. And also mind the note here, this release is a work in progress. So that means there might be some bugs on the way. Until now, I haven't had any issue, but since it's a beta, you'll never know. So I'll choose online here and click OK. And the terminal starts up here and the installer now is available. So because I'm not in full screen here, I don't see, but behind there is a terminal still running. And if I would have the full resolution here, we would see what's happening in the terminal while we are installing the system. Anyway, let me pull up the window here. And let's choose the language. So in my case, I'll choose English and click next. And because I have an internet connection here, it has been already locating my position. If you don't have internet, you can go down here to the internet settings and select your network, whether it's a wired network or a wireless network, and then just click next. Now we can select our keyboard layout. So I'll scroll down to mine here and then click next. And here we can choose where to install the system. So I have only one disk here and I click erase disk because I want to install on a whole disk. And for the swap here, we have the choice no swap, swap with no hibernation, or swap with hibernation. I'll choose to go with swap with no hibernation here. And I don't want to encrypt the system, so I'll don't check the box here and click next. Now here we get the choice to install our desktop environment. And as we've seen before, we have lots of choices here. For this tutorial, I'm going to install GNOME. And I want to install also the printing support system here. So if I expand the triangle here, I'll see what's in there. So I'll check this box here. And if you have an NVIDIA card, you can select the drivers directly here, but I don't have this, so I'll just click next. And now we can create a new user. So I'll type in my name here and select my username. And the computer name in my case is going to be ENGNOME and then my password and retype it. So I want to use the same password for the root account, so I'll leave this checked on and let the other two options checked off and click next. So this is a summary of the installation, so that's fine with me, and I'll click install. And I'll confirm this by clicking Install Now. And now we just wait until the system is installed, so I'll be back when it's done. So the installation is finished and we can check now Restart Now and then Done to restart the machine. And there you go. We are greeted now by the Grab bootloader. So we'll just select the first option here and hit enter to log into the system. And I'll enter my password here. And we are now on the GNOME desktop. So let me first here adjust the screen resolution. I'll go to display settings here and change to my resolution and bump the scale to 200% and click apply. And there you go. So I can close this up. And I need to log out once for the changes to take effect here. So let me do that very quickly. I'll click log out here and enter my password again. And there you go. So the install is now done. And we are asked here whether we want to replace the standard wallpaper here with the Endeavour OS wallpaper. I'll say yes in this case. And then we have several tasks we can perform here after the install. The first one is to update the mirrors. And this is going to use the Reflector package to do that. So let's click here on Update Mirrors. And here we can select the countries from where we want to install our servers. So I have Switzerland here. This is the country where I am in, but I could select also Germany, for example. Then we can select here the maximum hours from the latest sync. In this case, it's already selected to 2 and sorted by rate. That means the servers are going to be sorted by speed and the maximum number of mirrors is 10. So for me, this is fine. I'll just click OK. And it's going to generate now the mirror list, as you can see here. And it asks us whether we want to save it as a mirror list. So I'll click Save and enter my root password here. And now we have our mirrors installed. We can also update the system directly here by clicking Update System. And right now there are no updates, so I'll click Quit. We can also detect if there are some system issues. So if we click the button here, right now there are no issues. And we can also change the display manager here if we want to use, for example, SDDM or LightDM as a display manager. So I'll click Cancel out here. We can also set here the Endeavour OS wallpaper. We've done that already. And if we would have XFCE here, we could install also the XFCE vanilla theme, but we don't have this, so it will not work. And here we have some links to the internet where we can have more information about package management and the AUR and Yate, for example, and about other topics as well. So for now, I'll click here, see you later, because I want to pull up a terminal and check for updates using Pacman, the Arch Linux package manager. So I'll go full screen here and increase the font size and type in sudo pacman -s yyu and hit enter. Enter my root password and hit enter again. And the system is up to date, there is nothing to do, but you can see here the packages were synchronized using the core repository, the extra repository, the community repository, the multi-lib repository, and the Endeavour OS repository. So let me close this up. And let's try to go and install some packages from the AUR. So let's open up Firefox here. And let's type in here AUR and hit enter. And we'll click the first link here. This is the AUR website. And I want to install Timeshift. So let's type in here Timeshift. And I'll select the first link here. And right-click on the git clone URL and select copy link location. Now let's move back to a terminal. And I'll increase the font size here. And I'll type in git clone. And then Ctrl-Shift-V to paste the link and hit enter. Now let's change into the Timeshift directory by typing in cd timeshift and hit enter. And let's make the package by typing in make pkg-si and then package build and then hit enter. We'll enter the sudo password and hit enter and confirm here the dependencies by hitting enter. And now proceed with the installation by hitting enter. So it's going to take a moment to do this and I'll be back in a second. There you go. Now we can proceed with the Timeshift install. So we just hit enter here and Timeshift is installed. Let me clean up the terminal because to use Timeshift, we need also another package, which is called cron. So let's install it using pacman here. So we'll type in sudo pacman-s and then cron and hit enter. I'll accept the default one for the repository and hit enter here and proceed with the installation by hitting enter. And cron is installed. So we can close the terminal up and the browser as well. And let's see if Timeshift is there. And indeed it's there. So let's pull it up and enter our root password. And Timeshift is installed. So Endeavour OS is based on Arch Linux and it's very little modified. It just has a few extra apps. But if you don't want to go through the hassle of installing Arch Linux through the terminal or with a script, this is absolutely a great alternative. So there you go, guys. This is an overview of Endeavour OS. Give it a try if you like it and let me know what you think about it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subs really helps us out, guys. And if you have any question, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.